Before we delve into the mysteries of the afterlife, kindly hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Today, we thread upon a path that every living creature must walk, the journey towards death. Unavoidable and universal, death is a subject that has sparked curiosity and fear in the hearts of humans since time immemorial. It's no surprise, then, that it has been explored extensively across cultures, religions, philosophies, and now, science. Over the course of this video, we will explore the different theories on death, its causes, and the process of dying. We'll delve into what happens to our organs post-mortem and the timeline of their cessation. We'll also probe into the concept of the afterlife and the intriguing 21-gram soul experiment. Lastly, we'll take a look at how death is perceived in various mythologies, with a special focus on Hindu mythology. So buckle up as we embark on this enlightening journey exploring the enigma that is death. Humans have theorized about death since time immemorial. Let's unravel some of these theories. From the dawn of civilization, humans have sought to understand the mystery of death. These theories range from the purely biological to the spiritual, each offering a distinct perspective on the end of life. In the realm of science, death is often defined as the cessation of all biological functions that sustain a living organism. This includes the stopping of the heart, the halting of respiration, and, ultimately, the end of brain activity. It's a process that's stark, measurable, and universally accepted. Yet, it only tells part of the story. On the other hand, some theories view death from a consciousness perspective. This approach suggests that death is not just about the loss of biological function, but also the end of consciousness, our sense of self, our thoughts, and our memories. But defining the exact moment when consciousness ceases is a debate that continues to perplex scientists and philosophers alike. Then, there are spiritual and religious theories that take a different approach altogether. Many of these perspectives see death not as an end but a transition, a passage from one form of existence to another. For instance, some belief systems propose the concept of reincarnation, suggesting that the soul or spirit, after biological death, begins a new life in a new body. Others believe in an afterlife, a place or state of being that our consciousness or soul travels to after death. These theories, each with their own merits, paint a complex picture of death, a phenomenon that is at once deeply personal and universally experienced. They represent our attempts to grapple with the unknown, to make sense of an event that is as certain as it is mysterious. While these theories propose varied perspectives, they all agree on one thing: death is the end of life as we know it. If there's no problem with the body, can one still die? Let's investigate this paradox. In our lifetime, our bodies are constantly changing and aging, and this natural process can lead to death. As we age, our organs gradually lose their efficiency. Think of it like a well-oiled machine slowly rusting over time. Even without the presence of disease, the heart can weaken, the lungs can lose their elasticity, and the brain can start to deteriorate. Disease, on the other hand, speeds up this process. It's like adding fuel to a fire, causing our organs to fail more rapidly. Whether it's a heart attack, cancer, or a stroke, illnesses can bring about death even in seemingly healthy bodies. But what about the body in perfect health? Well, even then, death is an inevitable part of life. As the old saying goes, the only certainties in life are death and taxes. Even a perfectly healthy body is not immune to the inevitable call of death. Ever wondered what happens to our organs after death? Let's find out. When someone dies, their organs don't just abruptly stop working. There's a sequence, a timeline of cessation. The heart stops beating first, causing blood circulation to halt. Without oxygen-rich blood, the brain, our command center, functions for only about 3 to 7 minutes before it starts to shut down. Next in line are the kidneys and liver. They can continue their detoxification processes for hours post-death. The skin and hair, though not organs, can appear to grow for several days due to the surrounding tissue shrinking. The eyes, on the other hand, dry out almost immediately after death unless they are closed. The last organ to cease functioning is typically the lungs, as cellular respiration can continue at a minimal level for a few hours after death. Even after death, our bodies continue to function, albeit in a different way. What happens after death? Does the soul weigh 21 grams? Let's explore. The concept of afterlife has fascinated humans for ages. Some believe in the continuation of consciousness, while others maintain that death is simply an end. Near-death experiences, often described as a journey through a dark tunnel or a bright light, have further fueled this curiosity. However, these experiences are subjective and largely unverifiable, leaving the concept of the afterlife a matter of personal belief and speculation. In the early 20th century, Dr. Duncan McDougall conducted a series of controversial experiments attempting to prove the existence of the human soul. His hypothesis, that the soul, if it exists, must have physical weight. He set out to measure this weight by placing dying patients on a specially designed bed scale. According to his reports, at the exact moment of death, the patients lost a consistent weight of approximately 21 grams. He concluded that this weight loss could only be attributed to the departure of the soul. However, McDougall's experiment was met with significant criticism. The sample size was small, and the methods were deemed flawed. Critics pointed out that various natural body functions, such as evaporation of moisture or air leaving the lungs, could account for the weight loss. Despite these critiques, the concept of a 21-gram soul has captivated public imagination, inspiring books, films, and heated debates. While the scientific community largely dismisses McDougall's findings, they have sparked interest in the study of consciousness and its relationship with the physical body. Neuroscientists are still grappling with the hard problem of consciousness. How does physical matter produce subjective experiences? The 21-gram experiment may remain controversial, but it certainly adds another layer of mystery to our understanding of death. Whether the soul truly exists, and if it does, whether it weighs 21 grams, are questions that we may never conclusively answer. But isn't it fascinating to ponder? After all, the mysteries of life and death are perhaps what make our existence so captivating. Death is not just a biological concept, but a cultural one too. Let's explore death in different mythologies. The interpretation of death varies significantly across cultures, encapsulated in their rich mythologies. From the ancient Egyptians to the Vikings, death was often seen as a transition rather than an end, with elaborate rituals and beliefs surrounding the journey of the deceased into the afterlife. In the land of the pharaohs, death was considered a gateway to an eternal life in the field of reeds. The Egyptians believed that their heart, the seat of the soul, was weighed against the feather of Maat, the goddess of truth. If the heart was lighter, the soul would enjoy eternal bliss. If heavier, it would be devoured by the monstrous Amit. Contrastingly, Norse mythology presented a more warrior-centric view. Valhalla, the Hall of the Slain, was where those who died in battle were said to go, spending their afterlife feasting and preparing for the final battle at Ragnarok. Turning to the East, we delve into Hindu mythology, which presents a unique cyclical concept of death. Hindus believe in the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, known as samsara. The soul, or Atman, is considered eternal, merely changing bodies like clothes. Moksha, liberation from this cycle, is the ultimate goal, where the soul merges with the divine consciousness, or Brahman. Interestingly, the Hindu epic Garuda Purana provides intricate details of the journey of the soul after death, the celestial punishments and rewards based on one's karma, and the significance of rituals for the peace of the departed soul. Across these mythologies, death is not seen as a full stop, but a comma in the ongoing sentence of existence. It's viewed as a journey, a transition, a transformation, or a cycle, reflecting humanity's innate desire to believe in continuity beyond the physical realm. Death, as seen through the lens of mythology, provides a rich tapestry of beliefs and interpretations. As we conclude this journey, it's clear that death is a complex and multifaceted topic. We've delved into its various theories, from the biological processes that unfold upon death to the intriguing 21-gram soul experiment. We've examined the myriad causes of death and how, even without a present ailment, a person may succumb to the inevitable. We've peeled back the layers on what happens to our organs after we pass on, and how long each organ continues to function. We've pondered the enigmatic concept of the afterlife and what a person might perceive after death. We've also explored the rich tapestry of death as it is perceived in different mythologies, with a particular focus on Hindu mythology. Yet, despite our best efforts to unravel this intricate subject, the mysteries and uncertainties surrounding death continue to persist. If you want to continue exploring such fascinating topics, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, keep the curiosity alive.